Margie tried telling Dennis that buying a boathouse was a terrible idea, but Dennis wouldn't have it. It was just me and Vancouver out on Burnaby, and we did just fine, he would always insist. I hear you, Dennis, she scowled, but the two of you were much younger then than you are now, and I quite like our living arrangements. Dennis had had enough. Margie, don't be mad and don't start your whining and naysaying, but I went on out one day and called me up a realtor and got me a houseboat. Which lake are you even moving on to? I didn't know it was even legal to live on Holler Green. I'm moving to Nevada. Lake Mojave. Certain that Dennis was becoming senile and had been conned, Margie tried to have Dennis give her the name of the realtor, but he refused. Oh no, Margie. No, you don't. I'm tired of your whining and naysaying. This boathouse is mine and mine alone. No girls allowed, nor batty old ladies in their 70s, whichever have you. Margie watched with disgust as Dennis packed his clothes into his dingy suitcase. And when the day came for him to fly out to Nevada, she didn't say a word to him. In fact, she made sure that she was nowhere to be found. I won't be back, Margie. The lakes are calling and I must go, he yelled out to an empty house. Margie had a secret that she had kept from Dennis and their 50-odd years of marriage, and she was certain that he'd be back sooner rather than later, begging for her forgiveness over his tomfoolery. When Dennis arrived at his new boathouse, he looked at it with glee. Now, he thought to himself, this is how every man should live out the rest of his days. No women, no children, just a boat, some fish, and no other responsibilities. He'd have to buy supplies in the morning, but the sunset alone told him that he'd enjoy his time here. And best of all, there was no Margie. Dennis got the tub ready, put in some bubbles, and let Sinatra play while he got ready. There's no Margie around to make fun of some good old pampering, that's for sure. He settled himself into the tub, letting the warm water and jets massage the folds of his skin, and began to drift lazily into a slumber. As Sinatra sang, "For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not." He awoke in a panicked state, tripping over himself as he tried too quickly to get out of the tub. He stood, naked and shaking in horror, at the tub, trying to make sense of his reality. He had been relaxing in the tub when the record began to skip, not, 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 and began to catch a blaze. He remembered seeing smoke coming from the machine, but as he tried to get up from the tub, he felt something slither against his leg and bind him there. He remembered hearing a spitting sound, ringing and growing louder from the faucet, and beginning to run on its own as the restraints held him tightly in place. A large snake began to coil its way to his neck and began suffocating him. When he passed out from the constriction, he awoke to everything how he left it. He cursed his surroundings, knowing that Margie was right. He needed her in his life.